Hey everyone, it's Unlikely Hero, and I'm finally back with some more Monster Archer 2. I think it's only going to have been like 3 weeks for you, it's too long given that my upload schedule is supposed to be every Tuesday. But still, that's fine. But for me it's been ages because I was uploading like a backlog of videos, so I haven't recorded this game in ages, which is not good. Okay, so just to recap, at the end of the last video, I had tried entering a Rank B tournament, just on the off chance that we might be able to win. We didn't win. I think we came 5th. I can't remember exactly. So we got some money, but we placed nowhere near first place. And essentially I said that I would continue with the plan of training Spooky's defense and trying to get him another kind of intelligence move, unless that plan changes. Yeah, it's a vague plan. It's a very, very vague plan, but with Spooky's age now, it is a bit... we just don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. I've got my cup of tea because I am, after all, British. And I'm enjoying the British weather. If you guessed that I meant that it's raining and really, really grey outside, then congratulations, you're absolutely right. It's lovely weather we're having. No, I wouldn't usually be that bothered about the fact that it's raining, but it's just been like it for so long now. It feels like it's been raining for months and months on end, and it's like, come on, it's May. At least give us some brighter weather now. Still, I'm not here to talk to you about the weather. I'm here to play Monster Archer 2. Unless you want me to talk about the weather, I mean, by all means, if that's what you come here for, then great. Now, one thing I have been thinking about, because Spooky is probably close to the end of his lifespan, as I've said 1,000 times, I may have mentioned before when we were in a similar position with Slimeson, and I may have even mentioned this with Spooky before as well. Quite often when my monsters are coming close to the end of their lifespan, I will actually take them to the lab and combine them rather than letting them die. Okay, so we've got Errantry, I'll get onto that in a minute. Yeah, so rather than letting them die, I would combine them into a new monster, because that means the new monster potentially has some of the strengths of the monster that you used in the combination. However, that tree that we planted quite a while back now in these videos, I've said before, that tree allows you to gain the monster Mock. And it's something to do with having a tree on your ranch and then one of your monsters dying. So, I don't know exactly how it works, but I think that a monster has to die while the tree is actually fully grown. So, I was probably going to let Spooky naturally reach the end of his lifespan for that reason, to possibly gain Mock. It may be that not all of the requirements for it are kind of fulfilled at the moment, so it might be that Spooky dies and we don't get Mock. But I'm kind of okay with that, because, well, if we don't get Mock, then I'll know the requirements weren't fulfilled, won't I? It's a slight gamble, I suppose, but... Okay, so, obviously we just got a letter about the Errantry. So, I haven't got a huge amount of money. I don't know if I've got anything I can sell. Okay. Right. Let's sell a few things, see where we're at, and then I will still most likely send him off on that errantry. Okay, that puts us in a much better position. I feel a lot better about that. Okay. Okay. I have just rested him and given him a mint leaf, so he's kind of in the best possible condition that he can be in at his age. So we'll send him off on the usual errantry, the one for special techniques. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm just gonna... I didn't see what he just said, but it should be that there's a chance. Okay. For a horrifying moment, I thought he said, "It seems there's no chance," which he does say sometimes, but yeah, I just misread it completely. I'm a bit tired at the moment. Oh wow, it's really coming down out there now. I'm surprised if you can't hear it, actually. It might be getting picked up by my microphone. The more episodes of Monster Rancher 2 that I film, the less likely I think it is that I'm going to make it past rank B with Spooky. But I'm still willing to try at this point. Like, it sounds awful, but like, every time I fit... That wasn't words. Every time I film a video, I'm kind of very aware that it could be the last video with Spooky, and I'm just like, okay. I've said before that if Spooky dies, I will probably take a break from Monster Rancher 2. Not because I don't want to play it anymore at all, but just because it's the longest running game on my channel, and I just think it'd be nice to take a little break, play something else in the for the Tuesday slot on my channel. I've had a few things in mind, but we'll see. There were obviously a few videos from my Halloween specials that I said I might go back to, but they would probably actually take up the Thursday slot once I finish Five Nights at Freddy's 2, so got kind of other things in mind for the Tuesday slot. Still no new technique. I don't know if there is some requirement that we're just not meeting at the moment, or if we're just incredibly unlucky. Oh, if you're wondering why my video uploads have been so sporadic, if you haven't already watched it, I did upload kind of a little update video explaining that a little bit. So yeah, if you're wondering, do just check out that video. It's only a few minutes long. Okay, so no technique. Imagine my immense surprise. Okay, no new technique, but we've run into a wild monster, so that's fantastic. Hopefully it'll be a really weak one. Okay, Goldie is not too bad. I don't want to assume anything, because when your monster is fighting without any help, sometimes it just goes wrong. But Goldie is not as powerful as the other monsters we faced in this errantry, so there is a possibility, maybe, that Spooky might be able to win this. Although having said that, this isn't going that well so far, so maybe don't listen to a word I say. Okay, maybe we are still in the game. I just don't know anymore. Don't rely on me to do the commentary for this fight. But if we do beat him, then we'll get some prize money, which is good. Because then I can afford to send him on another errantry. Or afford to raise another monster. Because, yeah, we just don't know what will happen after we get back from this errantry. I'm very strongly aware that we might return from the errantry and Spooky might just die the next week, and it's like... Oh. Go on, my son. I do sometimes wonder about... Wasn't sure what that move was then. I do sometimes wonder about, in the tournaments, potentially letting Spooky fight without my advice. I have done it frequently in the past. Sort of, it's literally like a 50-50 split as to whether I do it or not. That was a really extreme attack. But yeah, for some reason, I've never done it with Spooky, and I don't know that I did it with Slimeson either. Cool, okay. I was starting to get a little bit worried there, because the number of times we've been in fights and it's come really close and then the other monster has unleashed its like full final power or something and has just annihilated Spooky. I was like, Spooky, please just hurry up and end this. Cool, so we should get some prize money for that, which, okay, yeah, no technique, but prize money is still really good. I don't know how much it actually is, but... Look at my son. Oh, if you say so, Colt. It's not always, is it? I've had some really difficult ones. Don't, like, belittle Spooky's effort. So I think that essentially put us back to exactly the same amount of money as we had before we went on the errantry, which is good. I think that may be the first time we've completed that errantry and managed to defeat the wild monster as well, though, so I'm not convinced I even managed to do it with Slimeson, so that's cool. And we basically didn't spend any money because of the fact that we beat the wild monster. And with the errantry being half price anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, so... we'll grab some mint leaves. Pick up a few while we've actually got some money. I know that she's not having a sale at the moment, but it's really annoying to be caught without mint leaves when you've got a monster who gets stressed out as easily as this. And we'll give him some rest and hopefully he will still be alive next week. I don't get stressed about my monsters dying at all. And I don't get upset either. Gonna make sure that he's very well rested before we continue with anything else. Right, where are we at? Okay, his defense is coming along quite nicely. Now the question is, do I enter the tournament? I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm going to enter it, so I'm going to rest him again because he's still not in great condition. Get him in the best possible condition he can be in. And we'll go for it because I'm just very aware every time an official tournament comes around that it could be the last chance to enter him. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just enter this rank B tournament. It's not like we found all the other ones really difficult. I'm like a monster trainer on the edge at the moment. Like I'm just like, yeah, we can totally do it. Everything's fine. Everything's going wonderfully. Yeah, we'll give Spooky advice during the battle. Although I am still wondering if it may be better not to. I don't know. Balloom is surprisingly fast, I always forget. Thing is, he's fast and he's very powerful. To be honest, towards the end there, I was mainly just trying not to get Spooky KO'd. I'd rather not have to forfeit the match, but like, I really don't want him to get KO'd in any of these fights at this point. So I had like the last 20 seconds of that match, just me really tense trying to make sure he didn't get KO'd. I'm trying to remember if we've actually fought Duelus with Spooky. I can't recall fighting him, but I could be wrong. I know I've obviously fought him before at some point, but I don't know if I have with Spooky. Rude. He's surprisingly fast for a brick wall. That hurt my ears, let alone Spooky's ears. This is not going well. I think this might turn into another let's just try not to get KO'd. Alright, rude. I was trying to get in like one last attack to try and like keep him away, but he was too fast. Didn't get KO'd though, that's lucky. That's it's better than nothing. We didn't get KO'd! Hooray! I'm still adamant, and I've said this every time recently. Rank B is such a jump up from Rank C. I've always had this problem. Okay, it's Tiravale again. I think we were alright against him last time, but I can't really remember, and I won't assume that it's going to be fine. If a plant slaps you, slap it right back. Excuse me. We'll just stand here slapping each other till the end of the match. I wanted to get the last slap. I feel a bit offended about that. But still, we won, so that's the main thing. I mustn't be petty. So I'm up against Sanjuras next, and I don't really remember how difficult he's been in the past, so let's just be real here. Do I ever actually remember much about the tournaments after they've happened? I don't think I do. It stopped raining. The birds are singing. That's nice. That's not nice. Yeah, that'll teach you. Get wrecked. I think I just need to try and stay out of range of that attack because it seems very likely to hit, unfortunately. Well, it was pretty close, but we might be able to win against Pirato. Haven't had much of an issue with him in the past. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Robanil, if I remember rightly, is a lot... he looks a lot more intimidating than he actually is, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to have trouble with him. But he looks kind of scary. I used to think he was really scary when I was younger. Just having a very hard time doing enough damage. And even with, like, even with where we've increased his defense, just still taking too much damage as well. There's quite a lot of quite hard hitters in this tournament, unfortunately. Okay. I'm hoping we can win against Pirato, but... just miss with both my first attacks, use up all my guts. It's fine. Not a problem. Nah, it really is fine. This. Are you quite finished? He is fast. He's taking the mickey now. I really needed to hit him with one of Spooky's intelligence moves, but it costs a lot of guts and I just could not land the hit. Pirato has a lot of defense, like ordinary defense, but all his other stats are low, so if you hit him with an intelligence attack, he doesn't handle that as well. So that's kind of what I was relying on there, and it just didn't happen. That is unfortunate. Does look like, unless we win this final match against Ghoulshine, I think we're coming last. I'm just gonna try not giving Spooky any advice during this fight and just see what he does. I haven't really got much to lose at this point, so let's just see what happens. I mean, at this rate, we're coming last anyway, so let's just see what he does. Not a fantastic start, but that's not really down to any poor decisions on Spooky's part. He's not attacked right away, which has meant that his guts have stayed higher for longer, and maybe that's something I ought to consider in the future. Close. So close. I don't think it would have gone any better if I was in control, though, to be honest. Because I think I have kind of felt this way before, that I sometimes go on the offensive too quickly and too often, and end up using all my monster's guts, and then they can't attack when it's crucial and things like that. And like, maybe it is a good idea for me to not give my monsters advice in the battles. Yeah, so I'm like 90% certain that we've come last. Yeah, we've only won one match and everyone else has won like at least 3, so we've come last, but that's okay. The important thing is we're still trying. I still got some prize money, what the hell? I mean, I'm not complaining, but if we had any fame, it probably would have dropped. I think Spooky did a good job. I always think Spooky does a good job. Oh, this episode's gotten a little long. I know I was asking in the last video what video length people prefer, so maybe it's nice to have another example of a half-hour video. I'm not surprised that he seems tired. Oh, mint leaf or mint leaf? What a decision. Yeah, we'll give him a mint leaf, give him some rest, and hopefully he'll be alright. So I probably ought to end this episode soon. So we haven't really achieved a huge amount in this episode. I mean, we've had some increase on Spooky's defense from the errantry, and I think his life increases in that errantry as well, so that's good. We got some prize money from the errantry, which meant that we essentially didn't pay for the errantry. And then obviously we completely failed at a rank B tournament, but that's alright. So again, I suppose next time the very shaky plan is to just continue like this and try again for another errantry, try and get another technique, and enter the next official tournament, maybe, and hopefully win it. If we make it to the next official tournament, I think I'm going to sit back and let Spooky do the fights without me controlling him and just see what happens. Because it might be that I'm just not that great at deciding what a plant monster should do in a fight. So we'll see if that helps. Okay, as I said before in the previous video, if you do have a preference about the length of my videos, do just let me know. Because I'm not sure what people would prefer. This is a longer video. Maybe you prefer that. Maybe you're like, oh, this video is way too long. Just let me know. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, do leave a like, and if you're not already, please do subscribe to me. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!